you probably know, but not many people know that although we can trace the concept of trusts back to Roman times, it was really during the Middle Ages that the concept of a trust and a trustee and what a trust is about happened exactly for what you said, which is people had to go off to the Crusades. What are you going to do with your castle and your family and whatever? They would go to a friend and say, I am going to have you take care of my family, but I'm not giving you my family. And the idea of splitting the role of somebody who cares for is a steward of, which interesting also comes from that era as a word, but does not own. The trustee
Yeah.
does not own the assets. That is from the same era. And so, yes, there is this long history of family and wealth, ownership, things like that. What I'm talking about for 1.0, though, particularly in the US, 17, 18, 1900s, was people who dealt with very rich people were pretty much supposed to just manage the money. There was very little education to the family. It was very paternalistic. And again, I mentioned something. There was very little writing or discussion of, very little teaching and training and passing on of to the wealth advisors an understanding of the family issues. And so it was all, apprenticeship of sort of, be by my side here in this trust company and watch what I do. This is how you take care of really rich people. It was in the 1980s that two things happened in the 90s. One is the voices of inheritors started to come out. Often a lot of these people were from the 60s and we know what that was like. But the idea of, in 1988, for example, Tony Bronfman of the Seagram's Bronfman family did a dissertation for the first time talking about the title of the dissertation was The Experience of Inherited Wealth. There were other things. So voices of the family side, what it's like to live with wealth, the challenges of wealth, the fact that wealth is not all, as we say now, unicorns and rainbows and whatever. That people say, this is a lot harder than people think. That started to come out. And then with that, certain other voices, Jay Hughes, other people started to talk about it. But you got to remember, Jay Hughes's book, Keeping in the Family, was first published in 1997. People think it's been around like forever.
Right.
That's not that long ago.
Yeah.
And so 2.0 basically did wonderful things of bringing out the voices of families and wealth, the challenges of wealth, the fact that it's not just about the money. There needs to be financial education, attending to governance. All of that has only been built in the last 45 years.